The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paolo Paoletti. I'm the owner, together with my father and my brother, of Lanificio Paoletti, a wool mill based in Follina, which is between Venice and the Dolomite in the northeast of Italy. An area which is famous now more for the production of Prosecco than textiles. So it's another challenge to bring the attention to the textiles also, rather than also only on the Prosecco. The family company was founded in 1795 by the same family, Paoletti. So we are now in seventh generation, and we're still producing fabrics for the fashion industry. The company employed in the 70s 300 people almost. And of course, the world has completely changed. So now we have 25 people. So you see, this is a picture from 1920. You see where we're located is a mountainous region, so we live very close to the mountains, where there are lots of ships. Close to us, towards the Dolomites, there's a region called Alpago, where a local indigenous sheep is still bred. So what we're doing is to work on this wool. We collect the wool from the shepherds. We have a long-term relationship with the local farmers and shepherds. So we manage to transform through our machinery this rough wool into fine textiles for the fashion industry. The company is a full cycle, so we start from the flock of wool to the finish fabric. We have the machinery is a mix of machinery, new and old machinery. We can do that, and we are very oriented on fashion, so innovative fabrics in terms of design. That's why we collaborate with many fashion university around our area, from especially the IUAV from Venice is a very important university for fashion, and we host many students. We organize in our premises, which are not only used for production at the moment, because we have like empty spaces, so warehouses where we held other activities rather than production. So we held workshops for fashion students. The students had the chance to work with our designer on making their own creation and on knowing what is about to make a fabric. And this collaboration brings lots of ideas to our designers and allows us to compete in the international market. So this is my father just showing some colors to students. So what we aimed at. Textile company, very old textile company, is to spread the knowledge and the culture of wool manufacture, and we do that apart from workshops and inviting people to see the company. We organize an annual event based on focus on a culture of wool manufacture. It's called La Via della Lana, which means the wool route. So basically, we have 2 weekends in May where we in the company, when the machinery is still working, we organize like a tour of the company, but we organize mostly fashion and fiber art events in the company, and we do that to spread the knowledge, to allow people to understand what is about manufacturing, what is about transforming a natural fiber into a textile. And next. Yeah, this is a ship which is also invited for the annual event, and she's actually watching inside our design office. So the purpose is to put in touch the ship with the designer, you know, and because we believe in the new world, in the ethical fashion, designer must know where the material comes from, so we are open to invite them, to take them to the mountains and let them meet the shepherds and the farmers. That's the purpose. So as a lab, as a lab, what we can offer as a service is the spaces to organize workshops, and we are available to product development, especially on natural, sustainable fibers, and to put into the ecosystem all our network of local producer and schools and university. Thank you.
Thank you. Darko from Slovenia.
Thank you very much. My name is Darko. I'm coming from Slovenia. And actually, I would like to present E3 Place Lab. Actually, Linka Puh should be with us. She is director of the lab, but she cannot be with us, so I will present you her lab. Actually, first thing, a little bit of geography. I was speaking today with 3 persons from Great Britain, and all of them didn't know exactly where Slovenia was or is. And all of them thought that we fought yesterday Slovenia against England. But actually, it was Slovakia against England. And we are in between Italy, Austria, Hungary, and Croatia, so a little country. Today we have heard a lot of successful stories, but I would like to start with one story of the failure. And this story actually is the story of the Slovenian textile industry. Almost all the industry that we got failed in the 2 different crises. The first crisis was after the Yugoslavia fell apart, and the second was this financial crisis that hit us in 2009. And nowadays, as we heard before, that in Prato alone there is 5,000 companies working in the textile sector. In Slovenia there is about a maximum of 200, and all of them are pretty small. So in this context, I have to also put the E3. E3 is actually a social company, and they're not working just on a textile. They're working in different spectra of the socially related businesses. They are focusing on circular economy. They're also collecting waste, like paper and textiles. And they are trying to produce some products out of the textile. Here we have a photo of one of their products. Actually, they are like toys for the children. And they are quite open for the cooperation with the young people, and especially with socially deprived people. And they are building their business on social values, on moral values. And their final goal is not profit, but the employability of socially deprivileged people. They're employing about 40 people right now, and they are kind of growing. Of course, how this works in Slovenia? For now, it is sustainable because the country has a rule which supports the companies which employ the people with mental or physical illnesses. And this will probably not change, so sustainability is kind of ensured. Just the question is in which type of products the social companies will produce. What are they doing? They're actually in the textile. They are collecting the material. For example, here we have one on the left side. There's a toy for the cats. Cats can scratch or sleep on it. And it is made from used jeans. And they're also trying to do some social innovation. For example, they would like to establish textile tourism in the spa centers. Spa centers are very interested in Slovenia. They would like to once again reestablish the production of the custom-made uniforms. They would like to build a business model of lending textile nappies to the kindergartens. They're working on this. And they're also producing eco bags for the supermarkets. This is the picture on the right side. This is their team. The lady on the left side is Alenka Puch. So actually, they don't have much. They have just a few sewing machines, but they have very, very good connections in Slovenia through all sectors. So they're knowing from the European Commissioner to the majority of big companies, to the ministries, to the SMEs, and to the whole NGO sector. What can they actually offer? They can offer their knowledge, their willingness to cooperate, and actually they could produce, and they can maybe also open the market for Slovenia. They are searching for different cooperations, and basically they also can bring in like this social and environmental touch also for the others, or for the other partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Darko. Now, Miriam.
Good afternoon to everybody. I'm Miriam. I'm part of Cooperativa Nido di Seta. Nido di Seta is a startup composed by 3 young people. We are in San Floro. Everybody knows San Floro. It's a little village in the top of a hill. We are around 600 people. We are in Calabria. I don't know if some of you have been in Calabria. It's a wonderful place. But unfortunately, it's not really easy to live and work there. Our village was really famous for the silk tradition. From the 30th century, we exported really precious silk fabric all over Europe. With the time, unfortunately, all this good business failed, but we decided to take care of our tradition and of our territory. And we decided to do this startup. We do all the entire cycle of the silk process. We are inside a pine forest and in a really uncontaminated place. We have 3,000 mulberry trees. And like I told before, we do all the process. So from the mulberry trees, from the silkworm breeding, from the silk extraction, the silk reeling, until to the dyeing of the thread, the entire process. And we weave also with the ancient looms. All this in the respect of nature and of our territory. We have already done a jewel line with silk and pottery, but we have a dream. Our dream is to do pure silk clothing line. You know, it's not really easy to find 100% pure silk now, and 100% pure silk in Europe. And our goal is to do this clothing line made by pure silk. This could be really good for us because we could increase the employment of our village. So, because the 60% of our people is unemployed, so this could help a lot the economy of our village, and also will give to the market a product that is completely natural, absolutely completely natural. What is the problem to realize this? We will need to automate some process, like to increase our production. We need to automate the silk reeling. So we need a silk reeling machine. But this would be just the only process that we would like to automate, just to increase the production, because our uniqueness is absolutely the handmade work, so we don't want to leave this kind of method. here there is an example of the silk that we do. This is a skein of the garment silk, completely dyed with natural color. This is our natural color are just around us because, like I told before, we are in an uncontaminated forest. So we have a lot already from nature. How to place this product on the market. So I think it could be a nice idea to do like a website that sells just made in Europe stuff. And this to do this, we have to control all the supply chain. So every cloth has to have a label sewed, mandatory sewed on the dress that where there is this explain the work, where it was done, who have done this, and I think this is a really big value that could give this to the cloth or to the dress. So this website could improve this different way to buy, critical buying. How TCBL could help this project? I think that TCBL could help a lot doing meeting divided by sector, by fields. Maybe meeting there are just for people that do like cotton, all the fibers, for example, cotton, silk, wool, and other stuff, or other for designers, and all the people that are around this field can arrive and do partnership, really strategical partnership, and build a really good change to improve this kind of business. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Emmanouela Kouroudi. I work for the cotton industry in Greece. I'm representing my family business, which is a cotton ginning mill in North Greece. Some words about my business. We work since 1972. We have 50 employees, turnover 28 million euros, not bad for Greece. Our job is to buy seed cotton from local growers and sell raw cotton on call to merchants. Our customer demands higher quality, customization, sustainability. Our supplier trends, it has to do with growers, so it's not so interesting for you, unless there is a cotton grower in here. No. Pressures, cost, time, competition, market prices, you always have the risk. Exchange rates, we earn dollars, we have to turn it in euros. And also the weather, it's a risk. Innovation potentials. We think that the future will be about high quality and sustainability in cotton. That means that we have to improve the conditions for sewing, we have to specialize the ginning and the spinning, so we can have an added value in the final product. We also believe that in the future the growers will play a different role. They have to become businessmen. We have to persuade them to produce a better quality cotton. We have to educate them. We have to reward them in order to grow a better cotton. And we think that we have to connect them with the final consumer. Value chain scenarios. The demand for sustainability and sustainable cotton will raise the quality, will raise the price, will help the growers to use better seeds and stuff like that. But we need a lot of promotion, a lot of marketing, and a lot of information in order to do that, because most of the growers are not educated. They have nothing to do with the final consumer. They have nothing to do with the ginning. They just think that they work for everybody else and they don't earn anything. We think that it's time for the cotton chain to get connected. We think that we have to connect the growers with the ginners, with the spinners, with the designers, and with the final consumer. It's the only way to reach the goal, which is the higher quality. And why we entered this project? There are two main reasons we entered this project. First one is that we have a knowledge and we have a technical education and experience as a ginning mill. We have participated in many projects. We produce sustainable cotton since a year now. We're here, we want to connect with you, we want to make experiments with you. Our goal is the high quality cotton. Quality matters. It doesn't have to do with the growers or with the ginners. It starts for every single one of you. You have to ask for higher quality. You have to ask for sustainable cotton. And the second reason we're here is that we think that we can connect the growers with the rest of the chain. We think that only when you experience the whole production process, you are able to estimate the value of cotton. You have to visit the farms, you have to talk with the farmers, you have to visit the ginning mills, you have to visit the spinning mills, and you have to start connecting, you have to start asking, and you have to start today. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Mauro Crimi, and I'm the owner of Sartoria Crimi. My tailoring was born to Palermo 47 years ago. Now I introduce you a video that shows the history of my family and of my company.
La Sartoria Crimi nasce nel 1970 grazie a mio padre che, dopo un lungo apprendistato nelle sartorie più famose, decise di aprire nel centro del quartiere Liberty di Palermo questa bottega, questo atelier. Da subito diciamo che fu un successo, perché venne subito frequentato da una clientela molto esigente. Poi il culmine è stato nel 1977, quando all'Excelsior di Roma vinse il primo premio per giovani sarti indetto all'Accademia Nazionale dei Sartori. Oggi i nostri clienti vengono da molto lontano, vengono dagli Stati Uniti d'America, dal Giappone, da tutta l'Asia, dalla Russia. Quando entrano nel nostro atelier vogliono entrare subito nel laboratorio, nella bottega, vogliono respirare la nostra aria e incominciano a farci tante domande su come nascono gli abiti, ma anche sulla nostra storia, sul legame che abbiamo con la nostra terra. Noi siamo molto orgogliosi di questo, perché pensiamo di contribuire nel nostro piccolo alla crescita, allo sviluppo e anche a un'immagine positiva della nostra terra a cui siamo profondamente legati. Dalla Sicilia traiamo le nostre fonti di ispirazione. Una condizione importante è quella che le cose debbano essere fatte bene. Cioè, se noi oggi facciamo gli abiti, questi abiti devono veramente parlare di noi, devono rappresentare uno stile, devono rappresentare un'anima. Spesso si dice che se le aziende non sono grandi, se le aziende non sono o delle grandi multinazionali non possono sfidare i mercati internazionali. Noi invece abbiamo l'ambizione di rappresentare un piccolo modello imprenditoriale al contrario, cioè noi siamo un'impresa familiare che fa le cose bene, allo stesso tempo riusciamo ad essere anche globali, unendo due elementi fondamentali che sono la tradizione e l'innovazione.
Thank you. Our company focuses on quality and authenticity of the handmade production, which expresses Sicilian style and tradition of territory. We offer our customers tailor-made clothing as an experience. For us, a new market innovation is the global market, because our foreign customer comes to Palermo to Crimi Tailoring for the total experience. For this reason, we are a local company that is a global company too. Thanks to TCBL, we would like to make innovative products. For example, 3D printing of engraved buttons. These are value chain scenarios. The tailoring has a total experience with tailoring tourism. Another point is the role of customization technologies with digital printing of accessories. I asked myself what is the interaction with TCBL. I think that it is for the search for special wools and cottons, for example, or the introduction of new technologies and materials, a new connection with a new retailing concept, and collaboration in knowledge capture and valorization of traditional techniques. Thank you very much, and I'm sorry for my bad English.
Thank you.
So hello again, and what I'm going to talk about you now is business process modeling. Okay, so I'll try to be short. Most of these concepts were explored during these 2 days, but I want to start from globalization and cost reduction. Those are two phenomena that has led in the last decade to the localization of production. And the localization of production has put local expertise, local know-how from all over the Europe under a big pressure, as Jesse said also this morning. Well, the localization led also to a dramatical increase in supply chain complexity, because now companies as suppliers from the other side of the world, but not only, you have also customers from all over the world. And those customers want to be more and more involved in the way you product. So, considering that Europe cannot be competitive on costs, Europe must be competitive on innovation. So Europe has to create competitiveness by creating innovation. And innovation can take place through digitization. Digitization for textile and clothing industry means new IT solutions for supply chain management, but also new IT solution for process modeling. What I'm going to talk you about is BPMN 2.0 notation, which is a de facto notation. BPMN stands for Business Process Modeling Notation, which is a standard, more or less a standard, for business process modeling, so for the design of your internal process. What is BPMN? BPMN is a three-actor comedy. When you describe a process with this notation, you have people. People are all the relevant stakeholders that are involved in your process. Then you have activities, which are all the actions that has to be made during a process. And then you have relations. Relations are the connections between different stakeholders and between different activities. How it works? I know that you prefer the people dancing, but this is how it works. This is a screenshot of Orchestrator Designer, which will be one of the business services that will be available soon inside the TCVL project. Orchestrator Designer is a tool for the design of processes using BPMN 2.0 notation. And here you can have all the relevant objects of the previous slide. So you have stakeholders, which are represented one for each lane of this large square. Then you have activities, and activities are the small white boxes there. And you have connection that are represented by arrows and by connectors, which are called gateways, like the one with the black cross in the middle. How this process is integrated inside the TCVL? Well, in two ways. Orchestrator can be used standalone with the aim to innovate, to design new business processes and to create innovation on them. Or you can use it by feeding BP Square platform. Oh, 4 minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, everybody again. Okay. Now I'm talking about the business modeling services. The perceived need, the need that we saw talking with the labs and with the pilots. Of course, there is a strong need to be able to build a business model, a valuable business model, and it's also important to map the business model evolution and the business model transition, especially for rising business ventures as the pilots or as the pilots are. And it's important to have a precise visualization of a business model. And getting back to the value that we were discussing this morning, it's important to create value for the beneficiaries and to communicate this value effectively. So the approach, we wanted to, and we want to understand how TCBL may support and stimulate the business model transition, a process of business model transition and innovation. So we created also this framework that we call the Business Model Innovation Framework. And we focus both on external and internal factors and aspects related to specific features of a business model. Then we also studied the ecosystem's degree of heterogeneity and homogeneity in terms of complementarities and commonalities among the target groups and the value propositions. And of course, we decided to adopt and to use the Strategizer software. We wanted to adopt this software because it's built around the business modeling principles elaborated by Osterwalder. So we can build the value proposition canvas and the business model canvas. And it's important because it's crucial because we can elicit the tacit knowledge about operational and strategic choices coming from the labs and of course from the pilots. And then there is also the possibility to have a sort of supervision by TCBL experts or people competent in this specific sector. It's also important because we can track all the steps that a pilot or a project or whatever makes in developing a project or a business venture. It's important because there is a dedicated section for creating hypotheses and for validating them, and we can also have a rough estimation of the first financial parameters of a project, and then of course the interface is also user-friendly, that is quite easy to work on it. Then the integration with TCBL, we aim at integrating the business model libraries within vDiscover, and we think also that it's important to adopt such a tool because it's possible for the labs to provide business model support on their own, and they can partner with other professionals in order to provide this support, and also this tool can be, let's say, the reference point for tracking the evolution of a project implemented by a business pilot within the TCBL project. Thank you.